gonna beat a dungeon. We're
Dungeon.
gonna beat a dungeon. You
All right,
excited
I'm
for the
following your
gimmick
lead
of
on this
this
one.
world? My lead. Okay, that's fair. This
Yeah,
is the easier of the two dungeons, which I guess I just spoiled. There's two dungeons in this fourth area.
only
Um,
two. That's kind of surprising. I expected there to be more.
I know. This is why Elias and I were like, the third one is the worst.
Yeah, that
Um,
makes sense.
I also think like the ending of like the ending quote unquote dungeon after you have the two keys from the dungeons is like laughable. Truly
That's
the hard
funny.
part is the boss.
Interesting.
Um,
Okay, cool.
yeah. The only other hard thing about this world 4 is the second dungeon is pretty long.
Okay,
Um, I don't think it's hard. I just think it's longer.
cool. This is weird with the black like
I
cut
know.
off
Yeah.
ceilings. That's wild.
That's the gimmick is like this whole game has had hidden walls and we've found a lot of them. This world is really like not only are there hidden walls, there are hidden paths.
I see. Gonna grab that
Oh,
MP
sorry.
disc.
Sorry, I thought I was remembering a thing. I did literally just play this like 5 hours ago.
You are knowledgeable then on this one.
Yeah, the most knowledgeable I will ever be as we play it because it'll be 2 weeks before we come back to this.
Yes.
And by then I will have forgotten most of it.
Uh huh.
I think. No,
There's nothing here.
there's nothing there.
You thought that was true. You just had to check.
Yeah, that is unfortunately like a lot of this dungeon is just like, is there something in the corner? Maybe. Is it worth it? Probably not. Uh, you should use a health disc and then pick it up, yeah. Um, so I watched the first part of the second season of Wednesday that came out on Wednesday.
Tell me, what did you think?
I liked it. What
Say
have
more.
you seen it?
No,
I
never.
okay.
I've
Uh,
never seen it, and I don't know that I will, but I want to know what you
really?
think of it.
I think it's like
Adam's Family is not.
not your
I don't
thing.
know. Adam's Family. Also, I just kind of don't watch Netflix shows anymore because I never feel confident that they're actually gonna let them finish the story.
That's fair. I will
So I just
say I
categorically
think
don't.
Wednesday's
Whoops.
really like their headliner. I think right now.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense, but
no,
that's for now. And also,
that's
like,
for now. Yeah.
also, it's just I don't know. I'm not a. You are very much more a like magical academy person than I am.
This is
That
correct.
is very
Yes.
much a genre you like.
I do love a magical girl show. In fact, I am making one.
Yeah, I. That's also true, Ree. Um,
Yeah, this show
it
has
has.
seemed aggressively Netflix in its promo materials, which has made me not want to watch it. What does that mean? Even though I
So
looked Adams liked
So
Adam's Family as a kid.
Netflix has at this point a Real House style thing. Um,
Okay.
it's very. How would I describe the Netflix house style? It's very. I mean, big uh budget ish, or it's very flat lighting, and
Interesting.
like it's very flat lighting and like big drama. It's kind
Riverdale.
of occupying that CW space at this point.
Mm-hmm.
um
Mm-hmm.
It has a little bit less teenager and a little bit more, you know, 19-year-olds, I guess. If that makes any difference at all. Um,
Lots of money, but no one is given any time to do their
yes,
work well.
exactly. Netflix has really turned me off from their particular style. Um, it's your Stranger Things and your Wednesdays. I
Oh,
even think
sure.
like they've really like I think a lot about like when I watched Sense8 and I was like, wow, there were some decisions made here. And it feels like now they've just decided everything's gonna be like that.
Oh, interesting. I remember like liking Sense8 and then like thinking it kind of did not stick the landing.
Sense8 has some real rough stuff immediately. Um there's like an entire part of that story that's about a good
Mm-hmm.
cop, you know?
Oh,
Um
oh God, I forgot about that.
and it's like
I thought you were gonna
immediately and
say the trans
impressively
stuff,
racist.
which like also rough, but in a different way.
The trans stuff was like I was like, this is fine and interesting.
I thought it was
Um,
done well.
yeah, the first episode was unbelievably racist. Is a great way to describe it.
Oh, really? I
Um,
stopped watching the first time. It was unbelievably racist. I do not remember.
I love a lot of the work the Wachowskis do. The
Oh, right. It was
Wachowskis and
Wachowskis. Oh my God.
yeah, Wachowskis and race is not. They are not good at talking about race, and they are convinced
No.
they are good at talking about race. You can feel the essence of Lana Wachowski's white dreads on Sense8. Um,
Oof.
is it Lana or Lily? I don't remember which one had them.
I don't
Um,
know. I'm not on a first name basis with them.
I like I said, I like a lot of the work they do. Sense8 is a good example of they have a couple of things like that are real kind of blind spots for them that they do not think of as
Hmm.
being uh blind spots, and they're like,
Issues.
yeah, I'm gonna talk about this aggressively, and they should
Ah,
not.
got it. Their
Their least
least
tangibly
tangibly racist
racist
work is
work is
Bound.
bound technically by virtue of
Yes,
having an
Bound is
almost.
my favorite.
I love Bound. I love Bound. I do think you could make the argument that perhaps uh, is Jupiter Ascending good? No. Is it racist? I don't think so. I don't think so. Not that I can remember. Um, there's like weird
Also, it's not an all-white
eugenic shit, but
cast.
that's the villains. Sorry.
Sorry, Bound does not have an all-white cast. That is the other thing.
That is actually
Um,
true. Yes, because Violet is
yeah.
mixed. Um, almost
Oh,
yes.
sorry. I'm half reading your comment. I apologize. I did miss
The
the
Wachowskis
almost.
are complicated. The point is, a lot of things that I did not like about Sense8, I think Netflix has really incorporated into their style of things, and I think that's at this point they don't really let my view is that they don't let a lot of directors do things because everything
Yes.
has to look and feel like Netflix. And when
Yeah,
something
that
looks
makes
and feels
sense.
like Netflix, it's like, well, I've seen this before because I've seen all the other stuff that looks and feels like Netflix. Admittedly, I've never seen Stranger Things, even so. Um,
Again, I think like Stranger Things turned me off for like some really big reasons, and like they kind of hard pivot away from the things that annoyed me. So I'm like, that's fine. It's like it's better than fuck Obi-Wan Kenobi, as in
that's
like
a really low bar.
I know, but it's like, you know how it's like junk food? Like Obi-Wan Kenobi is like not good, but you'll watch it because it's Star Wars potentially. And it's like, sure, I
Uh huh.
guess. I think it's like there's good moments versus I don't know if Obi-Wan Kenobi had good moments.
It's this
Sorry,
is
I turned my brain
what
off.
were
I
you
was
saying?
following you
It's
and
the
I
same
realized I'm
problem that
leading.
live action Star Wars TV shows usually has. It's we are
Yes.
100% right, Ree. That is 100% it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I agree.
It's overproduced. I could not
I
bring
could
myself
not
to
bring
finish
myself to
Obi-Wan.
finish Obi-Wan
That's
Kenobi.
fair. It was bad. It wasn't
There was
good.
nothing worth fit. I'm not going to tell you to go back and finish it because it's not worth it.
No.
I will
I
say Obi-Wan Kenobi is, I think, actually the second worst Disney live action Star Wars show because the
What's the
Book of Boba Fett
worst?
exists. The Book of Boba Fett exists.
Oh.
And I
Damn.
think everyone forgets that the Book of Boba Fett exists. Yeah, no.
I
Book of Boba Fett is. I've never felt like one of those people that was like, "Oh, I'm a Star Wars fan, so you have to make Star Wars like I like it." And I watched Book of Boba Fett, and I was like, I still like Star Wars. Um, that was what
I don't
Book of
know.
Boba Fett did to me. Made me go, "Do I still
I
like
think I
Star
liked
Wars?"
it more than Kenobi though.
I
Again, these are
I
too
didn't.
low bars.
I preferred Obi-Wan Kenobi. I know that that's wild, a weird take. There
I don't
was
know if it's
redeemable
weird.
qualities in Obi-Wan Kenobi for me.
Sure.
Minor. There was redeemable qualities. There was none in Book of Boba Fett. Um,
Really?
yeah. Listen, I hated Book of Boba Fett so much that if I see someone, and admittedly also because I am a defender of Acolyte, if I see someone in their rankings of Star Wars put Acolyte lower than Book of Boba Fett, I discount their opinion
Okay,
completely.
that I haven't even seen Acolyte, and I just know that. I already know that's silly.
Is Acolyte good? No.
Is it not?
That is Acolyte's not good. I had fun with the Acolyte. It's
Okay,
bad.
great.
It's very bad.
That's junk food show is what I'm hearing.
Acolyte is junk food show. Acolyte is when I said like Netflix has become the CW, Acolyte
Right.
is really is really like what if we made the Star Wars CW? Yes. And you know
Got
what?
it.
It actually turns around to being a lot of fun to me. Um if you like emo sad boys and
Eh.
complicated weird force magic bullshit and silly goofy prophecies and all the stuff you would find in YA novel, um you might like the Acolyte. um I really enjoyed the Acolyte. I think everyone who hates it more than Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan is being either very silly or just racist. Um,
I
Jesus,
damn, you got
what the fuck
destroyed.
killed me? I was on like 1,000 health.
I think you were lower than that. I think you were just two in the Acolyte zone.
I was
Um,
2 in the Acolyte zone.
you were
That's
in the
true.
Acolyte zone. I think Star Wars was allowed to get weird. It's the anime that like is non-canon that I think is some of the best Star Wars.
I think there's good stuff there. I want.
I mean, there's bad stuff, but I think there are among them some of the best things I've ever seen in Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't
There's
agree, but I
bad
respect
things
that,
too. Damn, none of
No,
them? Zero of them?
I think there's some good stuff. Best stuff in Star Wars? No.
Wow.
I think there's some good stuff. I liked Visions. I really did.
Visions, that's what it's called.
Yeah, but having watched when Star Wars being good, yeah, Visions is all right, but the problem is there were too many Visions shorts that were just let's do Seventh Samurai again. And unfortunately, I have lost patience with the idea of let's do Star Wars Seventh Samurai again, guys. Let's do it again, guys. One more time, guys. Let's do Seventh Samurai again, guys.
And only one of
And
the
only
seven
one of the Seven
samurai
Samurai ones was good. Which one did you think was the good? Oh fuck! I died again.
You did.
Fuck, that poison
You're two
is
in the
brutal.
zone.
We're on Star Wars. You know, it's gonna happen.
Star Wars is killing you.
I liked the black and white one was good. I did like that one where the girl goes into the town and like the girl and like they're being attacked by these people by these bandits who have battle droids, um, and they want to like make them give up the one of the girls. Sorry.
I don't remember
I
that
liked
one.
that one, which I think is also kind of Seven Samurai. Um, I like that one. That one might have been my favorite of the Visions stuff. Um, but I also haven't seen Visions season 2, so
I also didn't watch a lot of season 2. I stopped watching a lot of Star Wars.
I
I'm gonna be
respect that.
real.
I think like at a point, the question becomes: is there enough in it for you? There is still enough in it for me, but not in all the places.
I watched
Um,
Andor and I had a great time, and I think I might be done.
it's a pretty good note to end it on, honestly. Ruin, yeah, Dave Filoni. I really truly think, and I've said this before, and I will continue to say it: the way to make good Star Wars is you need a guy who wants to
Who
play
will
with
wear a
action figures,
cowboy hat? Oh, that too.
and you need a guy who wants to write a story, and you need to make them work together. And Dave Filoni is just the guy who wants to play with action figures. He is not the guy who knows how to tell the story. Um, you need someone there to. You really need someone there to like. Star Wars cannot be a one person thing ever. I think
No.
is my take. Sure, Andor might be the exception to this. Tony Gilroy is just on that shit. But even some of the decisions that they make in
Even yeah,
Andor,
even
I think
Andor
they
has like a bit like big flaws.
yes, you're 100% right, Ree. But I also just think like some of the worst parts of the prequels are due to the fact that George Lucas did not have someone else there to be like, hey George, should we do this? Um, and some of the worst parts of most Star Wars things come about because of there's no one there to be like, hey dude, should we do this? Um, I also think, and this is maybe my take, is I think Dave Filoni's better when he has a lot more space to breathe. I
I
think
think we
Dave
go
Filoni
this way.
really excels when he's not making a mini series or shorts. Because when he's making a mini series or shorts, um, he does not know what to do. But
Hmm.
Rebels is good. Clone Wars is good, and Dave Filoni is a reason for that because Rebels he was making a full TV show, and I'm starting to become convinced that Star Wars doesn't fundamentally work in shorter than like in short bursts. Um,
How
at
to get
least not under
down?
Dave Filoni.
That's fair.
Though I don't know, George Lucas had a lot of space to
Oh,
breathe with the
right.
prequels, and he still made some choices.
Yeah. Sorry, I
I
was
like
trying
the
to remember
prequels.
how to get to the boss zone. I remember now.
I like the prequels. I'm not here for the idea that they were actually secretly good the whole time. They were not.
They had good parts.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, Ree. That's the reason why. Fun fact. That's the reason why. If you've ever watched any of the Tales of the Jedi stuff was all right. Tales of the Empire, Tales of the Underworld. Ooh, yeesh. I watched
Oh?
those. I
Okay.
yeah,
Good
they
to
were
know.
not good.
Really?
I mean, there were some parts of it that were okay. I liked getting to see, I guess spoilers for Tales of the Empire. I liked getting to see Barriss Offee again. Um,
Barrett.
what they,
Oh, wow, really?
but what they choose to do with that plot, it's just like
Oh,
I've seen it
I
before,
love her too
and that's
much.
the problem. Is it's not even that like it's the wrong choice for that character. It's just I've seen it before. You should grab the keychain.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
100%.
happens to her? I need to know what happens to Barris.
She becomes like a weird like force healer out in the wastes.
Oh, sure.
Who
Okay.
she first goes into the Inquisitor program and then leaves, and becomes a weird force healer out in the wastes, and maybe dies. Unclear.
Oh, wild. All right. Well, all I know is one time, I think it was you or someone sent me a comic
Oh yeah, the
about
Barris Ahsoka comic.
Ferris,
Yeah, a really good
Ahsoka.
one.
Yeah,
They should
and
give
that's
that
just
person Star Wars, I think.
yeah. They should give that. Star Wars should be Yuri.
And what if I said the Star Wars should be Yuri? And what if that was true? And it is true. Star Wars should be Yuri. And
I've been watching and reading a lot of Yuri, and I just think that Star Wars should consider being Yuri.
I think, listen, I watched Ahsoka, which is mostly a bad show.
Is it Yuri?
But if
Oh?
you squint, if you squint,
Oh? Okay, great. I love
you can
that we have
see
to
some
squint.
serious Yuri there.
Okay. What if I just
And
keep
I
my
want
eyes
Ahsoka
open?
season 2 to be all Yuri all the time. It's not with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say.
This is
but
the thing. Is like this is. I think Wednesday. Well, okay. Also, Yuri being a specific thing, but I do think there's. I think Wednesday's gonna be gay. Like I.
You really think they're? I
think so.
tell me why you think that. I want to know because I have
Goth
never.
and pastel girl. Think about
Sorry?
it. Goth and pastel girl.
Listen, I'm not saying it wouldn't be good if it was Yuri. I'm saying tell me why you think they're gonna do it.
Okay, season 1, I guess spoilers for a little bit of Wednesday is like the pastel girl dates a guy and then they break up at the end, and now at the beginning of season 2 she's kind of dating another guy without really knowing him, and you know what it's giving me? Korra. It's giving me Korra dating multiple guys who are shitty and mediocre, and then being like, hold on, wait, Asami's been there for me. Also, because there's scenes where one of them's just like, wow, Wednesday's really your ride or die. And like, there's so many scenes. I just truly think the subtext is there enough that like on a rewatch, once it's done, if I'm correct, it's gonna be like, see, I think my tech literacy, Jesus Christ, my media literacy is good enough to like make the argument in a spoilery way, and I don't know if I want to.
Now, let me ask you this.
Everything.
I want to know your thoughts. I'm gonna get to addressing Bree's comments in a sec, but I want to know what makes you think it is not queer baiting and it is in fact something they're going to do.
Because I mean, I guess you could end it with like no romance, but like the romance right now just feels so like this is not gonna be endgame. It truly feels like this person is here to show a contrast to Wednesday, and I think some lines like what is one of the lines? I guess we don't really need this. One of the lines is like, oh yeah, like you were always gonna be in my life. That's non-negotiable. She's the only person Wednesday cares about. Like,
I understand.
I know, and like I understand the queer. Like, I get the skepticism because I was skeptical of Witch from Mercury. Hesitant, like I was optimistic, but I was skeptical until the last episode.
The problem is that it's Netflix's flagship right now.
Yep.
Is what you said, and they're not going to make that gay. That's why I'm skeptical.
I fully feel that, and like I also feel the skepticism in me. It's the like fight in me of like I'm watching and reading a lot of Yuri, so I'm just like, it would be good. It would be a better show.
I think you're right that it would be good, and I think that this is the take that I've seen repeatedly is this is the direction it should go, and if it doesn't go that direction, they've made a mistake. I've seen that repeatedly from many people, but I think they are. That's exactly right, Ree. I really think they're.
I think they're way too cynical to do that in this political climate. Yeah, maybe.
Claire,
I fully would believe that.
Claire, if they do it,
I'm gonna be happy.
You are gonna have the biggest "I told you so" moment here.
I don't even care if I want. I don't want an "I told you so."
No, I know.
I want them to kiss.
You're gonna have the most triumphant. You're gonna get to bring it back to Korra. you're gonna have the greatest, like, you know, I don't know if you remember We Pop in the Biggest Bottles. Um
What?
so around the time of Korra, there was a post on Tumblr
Oh no.
that went, uh we pop in the biggest bottles when Makora happens tomorrow.
Do you mean
Um
Korosami?
no.
Wait. Oh.
they
Oh.
It was someone saying we pop in the biggest bottles when Makora
Mako?
happens tomorrow. And
No.
everyone, and the replies to that
No.
tweet or to
That's
that
so
Tumblr post
funny.
were just all LMAO, 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 LMAO. We won, motherfucker. And you're gonna get to have that moment if
Oh, if
it
it's
turns out. And I hope you
yeah.
get that. I
And
want
I
that
hope
for
I
you.
get that too. It's just like why are they writing it the way they're
The
like
feudal
they
lord
could
handmaiden Tumblr post is also iconic. Um,
I don't. I'm not on Tumblr enough. I'm
this was
sorry.
so you don't have to be on Tumblr anymore to
I'm
know
not
it,
on the
Claire. I
internet
assure
enough.
you.
I'm sorry.
But the feudal lord handmaiden Tumblr post was basically someone trying to argue that Makoro was actually gayer than Korosame, because of the quote
No,
unquote gender
stop.
dynamics involved. That
What?
Asami and Korra replicated the feudal lord and handmaiden dynamic, um,
This
and
person's never
that
met
made
a
it
butch.
less. No, I'm aware, Claire, that this person had never met a butch. This person had never met a gay person. This person was
Yeah.
just saying shit to defend why Bakura was actually better than Korosami. For real, for real. Anyway, why is this so expensive, and should I sell it still?
Because it's a gamma and you should because it has 0 mods.
Great.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Um
there's the old days. The point is, they you right now we popping the biggest bottles when that doesn't happen, except we're not. We want it to happen, but
we
yeah,
want
they
it to
insist that
happen,
Cora is
yeah.
always butch femme. Well, not really. That butch femme is actually more heteronormative than being straight. You're absolutely correct. That is exactly what they argued, and it was
Yeah,
so
Asami's
funny.
like Futch.
Asami, well, they're not even butch femme though. Is the
Yeah, no,
thing,
they're
like,
not.
it's not
They're
a
kind
butch
of
femme
butch for
dynamic.
butch. Like
I don't agree
I'm
with
not
that.
putting
Okay,
them
that I don't
into
agree with.
like there.
Asami is
I
femme.
don't think I would
Asami
put.
is femme, high femme for sure.
Or sorry,
It's
yeah. I'm just thinking of Asami on a motorcycle, and I can't think of anything else. And to me, I just imagine her in a leather
I
jacket.
would
But
not
you're
call either
right.
of them butch,
She's
is what I'm saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think they fall into the butch femme
They
dichotomy.
don't, but that's the
Um,
part of the funny of the feudal lord handmaiden is
yes,
someone insisting they have these particular gender roles. Um, yeah, just incredible all around.
I want you
I
to
really
know
hope
though.
I hope the Wednesday show is gay. I hope that for you. I want that for
Me
you, and
too.
I want that for all the gays and everyone who watches that show, because my understanding is that show will be much better if it's gay.
I think like this is one of those things. Is like I don't know what you're reading, but I would agree with that take because the way they're writing it is like if they do that, they've done great setup. Like they've led themselves in a way that's like it's subtle enough that you can see all the things, but on a rewatch, like this is the thing. I watch a lot of things, and I think I watch them in a way where I'm expect like I never rewatch something, so like I don't know about you, but I think about the rewatch idea and like, oh, these small things, that's what matters. Those are on purpose. The little comments, like word choices are on purpose. Unless it's like a improv comedy, like think. But especially with Netflix, like you were saying, it's so fine tuned. Um,
I think my thing is, yes, it may be one of those cases where the people who Zoom who want that, but they could easily get told they're not allowed to do it.
yes,
Yes,
yeah,
I
I
think
think
that's my
that is
thinking.
exactly the thing.
For me, it's I don't think they'll do it because I don't
Yeah, I
think.
think they'll try, and I don't think. Like, I think they'll try. This is the thing. It's like I think that's their goal. Whether it happens or not, I'm not like I can't predict that one. But the
Yeah,
way they're writing it, I think that's their goal. I think that's what the
I do think
writers'
that you're
room
probably right
wants.
on that.
Yeah.
That is someone's goal. there, that there is someone who wants that. I also think that sometimes corporations will take advantage of
Yes.
what people expect to see. And
Yeah,
unfortunately,
and it would make it a
Wednesday
worse
and
show.
everything about that reads extremely like that to me. Um, and I hope that I'm wrong. I truly do.
Yeah, of
Um,
course they got told by Sunrise to tone it down, and then they were like, "What if we have them now?" There's a lot of ways in Yuri that you can have sex without having sex, and there is a scene in the second season that I point to, and I'm just like, "It's just hands." What is more lesbian than that?
that's true. Yeah.
Anyways,
Um,
um,
anyways,
also because they're teenagers, like obviously, um, but I just think you don't shoot just hands.
they're teenagers in Witch for Mercury?
They're going to high school. That's the
Okay.
whole. This is Gundam. Bree, you need to understand Gundam is about child warfare.
I understand it's about child warfare. I just don't know shit about Witch for Mercury or
Oh, it's
Gundam.
child warfare, but they're gay.
Yeah, neat.
Yeah. Also, actually, one of the best redemption arcs I think in a show I've seen, potentially, from a side
Nice.
character. Um, yeah, I think it's a really well written show. Um,
Nice.
I also, by the, if you haven't figured it out, I think we're done. The next thing we're doing is the long dungeon. We don't have time for that.
Yeah,
Um,
we're gonna call it here. We'll cap it here. We'll have fun next time. The last thing that I'm gonna say is to go back to previous conversation.
please.
If you watch the Ahsoka show, you will
Okay.
have an infinitely better time if you imagine that uh the if you imagine that yeah, if you imagine that Sabine and Shin
Sabine.
Hati are this close to kissing. If you envision that, if you feel it in your bones and in your heart, you might enjoy that show. Imagine
I
it, read, imagine it. Just imagine it and it will make that's fair. That's fair.
I've
I
watched like
think
one season of Rebels and I already understand as far as
well
Sabine
Sabine's gay,
goes.
let's be honest. Let's all be
Yeah,
fucking for real here.
let's
Sabine's
be
gay.
real. Sabine's
Um
queer, absolutely.
but specifically, this is who. If I'm voting on who I think should be Sabine's girlfriend, it's Shinhati, and it should
Love
be
it.
messy, messy enemies to lovers. If the Rylos
Oh,
get their way, I want this. Give this to me
fair.
as
Yeah.
compensation for Rilo, for
That's
Raylo, I guess. As
Raylo?
compensation for
Rilo?
Raylo, whatever it's called.
Renlo? Anyway, I don't know.
Ryloth,
I
Ryloth,
R- Ryloth.
on
R-
Ryloth. The
the
yeah, okay,
Renloth,
let's go.
fair.
Let's
Um
fucking. I'm so fucking tired. Let's go.
yeah, all right. Um if you want
Well,
Yuri, actual Yuri, I feel like I shouldn't recommend a show that's actively coming out right now. Oh, I actually know what I'm going to recommend because I'm gonna make a called shot um on a show that I think is good. Don't worry, Bree, you can see this, but the stream cannot. Um, you should all keep an eye on Pretty Pretty Please. I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. It is coming
okay.
out at some point. I've been following it since like inception, and it looks really good. So go check that out. I think it's gonna be a big one. All right,
All right.
that's it from me. Anything else from you, Bree?
Um, the Yuri is in your hearts. It's in your soul. Um, and if you catch it at the right time of day, you can smell it in the air. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.